Miami, 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 Miami. It feels like Miami.
Welcome to Miami Heat Beat Postgame Show. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas, and with me today, we got Kyle.
What's going on?
Kyle Scarlett.
What's going on, guys?
How you doing, man?
Oh, man. Gritty kind of game. It was gritty.
Gritty kind of game. The joy is back. The joy dealer is here. We're back, baby. Got a win. Been a while. And it's compounded by the fact that Miami's played 3 times in the last 2 weeks. This being the third one. They played Orlando and the Cup game. Then they had almost a week off. I mean, they had 6 days off until Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
And then another couple of days off until Thursday today. And they play Boston tomorrow in a back-to-back. We'll talk about that a little later. But, Kyle, Brooklyn's not a good team. We know that. Miami's not a good road team. We know that. Miami was missing some guys. They had Bam in foul trouble. And let's give them some credit. They pulled this out. Kelel Ware back, closed the game over Bam. Right? We could talk about why that might have been or not, but Ware closed the game. Powell played really well. Jaquez, a little bit of life out of you. Yeah. Beating a team that you should beat. Kyle, I, for one, am happy, impressed that they bounced back. Maybe not impressed. Impressed is a strong word. But I think after everything that they have kind of been through lately, the 5-game losing streak, they beat the brakes off. Well, not to beat the brakes off, but they beat a team that they should have beaten. And hopefully they can kind of start stacking some successes on top of it because their schedule gets a little rough after this.
Oh, and part of me is excited for the rough part just to see what. Look, we both have talked about this. This is not a championship team. We just want to see if they're going to make it competitive. And so, I think tonight what was interesting to me is that they didn't lose to a team they shouldn't be losing to. Brooklyn is absolutely headed towards the lottery again. So there's no reason for them to lose. And I would like for us to just keep stacking wins. Honestly, I do think, to Carty on his point, Chad says Kaz only had 8 minutes.
And we'll get into him. We have a whole segment dedicated to him.
Right. But I think they played well. Ware hit his free throws down the stretch, which, that's what you want to do if you're a starter. And being able to grab rebounds. He did impact the game. He had 4 blocks.
Yep.
And he played with size. I think that's really what, he matched up well with what Brooklyn wanted to do, where they had Noah, who's 6'9", and then they had Claxton out there, who's 6'11". They played, he played up to the competition. And I think what I loved is his composure throughout the night, where I think he was kind of roughed up a few times throughout this game, where I was like, damn, are they going to call a foul? But he made his free throws. He hit a big shot, a big 3 at the top of the key, or at the top of the 3-point line to get ahead and or to keep the game ahead. And so, he made some timely shots. It's a second year. You want to see him to continue to take leaps and bounds. And Spo had an interesting quote earlier today about what he wants to see from Kelel Ware. I don't think we're there yet, but I did like his production tonight with the 20 points. And I believe it's 10 or 11 rebounds. So.
Hey, quick shout out to CM201. Says Ware plays big minutes and look what happens. Appreciate the super chat, big dog. And yeah, I mean, he earned the minutes and he played really, really well. He was flying defensively. There was a closeout in particular. Thank you so much, CM 200.1. Really appreciate the patronage and honestly, like, y'all keep the lights on. Hangover time is not here anymore, so it's tough every season. We scrape by on margins, but with people like you help us keep doing what we're doing. So thank you so much. But I mean, Ware was flying on defense at times, and I mean, there was a possession in the fourth quarter. I mean, he comes from the top of the key, flies to the weak side to contest a three, which I think was from Porter. I don't remember who exactly it was from. And kind of contests and saves, a basket with his length and everything. It was just good to see him fly. Shout out to Just Jared in chat. Subscribe with Prime for the 29 months. Look at this. Look at this.
Yes, sir.
Look at chat. We get a win. Everybody's feeling generous. Everybody's happy. It's Thursday. It's a couple of nights before Christmas. It's what is it? The fourth night of Hanukkah? Third night of Hanukkah?
Third or fourth.
It's the third. Can somebody in chat tell me if it's the third or the fourth night of Hanukkah? I should know this. I live in South Florida. Somebody in chat help me. But no, we appreciate all the love from you guys. Fourth, I think, Just Jared says. Fourth, I think. Good enough. I think too. Let's ask Michael Beasley. Kyle, I think his defensive stuff today was really impressive, and I know Spo kind of wants him to be a little more active defending pick and rolls. I think that's obviously kind of the next step for him, but I thought he was good, man. I thought he was moving. He was moving.
And I think, at that size, you don't need to be – I don't need you to have, I don't know, Kawhi Leonard shuffling. I just need you to have the ability to use your size, the wingspan and the 7 feet well. And so doing some of that without fouling, he had a couple of fouls tonight, but that's going to happen. But overall, just using his size to deter, guys from getting to the basket, making it difficult. The blocks made the offense think twice from the Nets. And they overall just played. I think the team played connected defensively. That's where they won the game, in my opinion. Just being able to get stops. And again, Brooklyn's not a good team. So, that's what you want to do. You want to show the difference between your team and theirs.
Belt to ass.
Yeah, that's it. I don't want to see them in a dogfight with them. And a couple of times, Michael Porter Jr. is going to have a career year on the Brooklyn Nets because it's the Brooklyn Nets. But I think it's important to note, like, you're going to get – if you can't sleep on any team. Like, we've talked about that. Like, any given night, they just beat the Bucks by 42, which is insane to me.
That team. That team.
You come in and you go, not us. not us.
That fucking team. Jesus.
So
Jesus. Could be worse, fans. Could be worse.
So I'm just glad that they played connected. If I can, their defense from Ware to the Davion Drew minutes defensively, them as the backcourt was also interesting to me. I thought that was a good turning point featuring both of those guys who are good point of attack defenders.
The closing lineup, I mean, they played this right before they put Davion back in the game. They were playing this funky lineup of Wiggins, of Drew Smith, of Norman Powell, of Hawkes, and Ware. And I kind of liked it. I kind of liked how funky it was. I think given kind of Drew that run defensively was really, really good. I thought Wiggins was pretty great on defense today with kind of everything that Ware gave you. Hawkes was competing, and then Norm just has to, be Norm. But that was an interesting lineup. That actually, let's check if that lineup has ever played this season, because I to be honest with you, it struck me as interesting, and I felt it kind of made sense.
It did make sense from the defensive standpoint, and then if Lou was here, he'd probably say at least one of the main guys needs to be on the floor at all times. So you have Norm out there who's going to give you scoring punch, who's going to come off of curls, he's going to come off of screens and get active. He can also, play with the ball in his hands. So being able to, I want to say that that lineup kind of hit him defensively. Like, he didn't need to do anything but just guard well team defensively with his matchup. They had a lot of solid defenders. And I actually liked Jaime's defense against size out there. Again, it's the Brooklyn Nets. I'm not trying to disrespect him. I'm just saying, I think I think that he played well against size in switching. And whereas Wiggins didn't have the best scoring night, he also played great against size, and just was able. They played a very switchable like lineup with that lineup on the floor. I don't think I've ever seen that lineup on the floor together. Spo was just kind of throwing things out there tonight. But I think that's what you want. You want him to experiment a little bit and just see what is capable, what possibilities happen from different lineups that he's able to go to. And I thought they were solid, even offensively. They a lot of movement without the ball. Drew earned a lot of what I called hardcore points, where you dive for balls, grabbing rebounds, getting steals, deflections. In fact, if I remember correctly, he took the ball right off. He stole the ball right off the dribble and took it the other direction. He has a few plays like that each night that just determines winning.
I love him, and I saw, and I guess this is a good transition to Cass's stint. And I understand people are like, I think Cass should be playing over him, and I don't disagree. I think that, like, and I said this from the start of the season, like, to me, this is about playing your youth, seeing what you have. Winning games is fine, but I think at the end of the day, giving players experience is important. And I've seen a lot of people like, I think that we're done with Drew Smith and we should play Cass. Again, I don't disagree. I very much enjoyed the Drew Smith experience. I think he's been good. I have really enjoyed his play this season. I run out of superlatives. I mean, you got to remember, this guy had a bunch of knee injuries. And again, not that the NBA is some sort of charity. This is not Make-A-Wish for Drew Smith, but you got to reward that a little bit. And I really like him. I think he's given them a lot. I think he's the most Heat culture guy other than Bam in terms of kind of the effort that they give on the floor. Like he and Davion. And Chat, listen, Chat's like, nah, G, I get it. Like, I get it. And I do think that Cass should play over him. I totally agree. But I think that you guys, and listen, Chat's like, Cedrus is like, fantastic worker, but we need talent. A team that's trying to contend needs talent. They don't.
Here's my thing. I will
say
this.
on Twitch, who's not subbed, by the way. Who's not subbed. I see you unsubbed. You don't got Amazon Prime this holiday season to throw us a Prime. He said, God's calling us toxic. I love you, big dog. He said, I'm not done with Drew, but Cass needs to run. And the token 8 minutes today isn't enough, especially because his minutes weren't terrible. Totally agree.
I'm at the spot where it's two things. One, he is coming off. He does have a little bit of injury history. Chat says toxic dealer. I'll say this. He is coming off of, he does have a little bit of an injury history. Had a few injuries. Had a good stint down in the G League. He strung some games together. The turnovers got lower as he continued to play. I will say this, and maybe this is just the part of the season we're in with playing with the Nets. I think Cass could watch Drew Smith and absolutely duplicate some of the things that he does on the floor. Just taking care of the ball, managing the ball, managing pace, and then playing with grit defensively. Those are things that are going to get him on the floor and keep him on the floor. Spo said it 1,000 times, right? Make me play you. He said he's had good days. There's a reason that he's up off of G League onto the main roster. And so I think Drew gives granted, there is a size difference. I do like Kaz is 6'6". There are absolutely tools for Cass to come out there and contribute. And I do think that the shot prep is much better than it was prior to starting the season. He had the three in the corner. And granted, that's not a big sample size, but he definitely has the tools to do what Drew does. And I think at some point during the season, he's going to force Spo to play him. I hope that is not at any, knocking on wood here, any expense of Drew Smith. I would like to see them on the floor together, actually, just because of the defensive possibilities. But that I do think Cass should get more minutes. Granted, the Heat and Eric Spoelstra are the kind of organization that are not they are not the type of team who's going to just play their rookie and see if he can get rookie of the year. They don't care about any of that crap at all. So I no, I don't disagree with you, Cartiana. I don't want to see Fonte Keo play. He had some minutes tonight that I was like, oh, that's nice. But I actually don't want to see him playing. I would love to see Cass take some of his minutes, if not all of them. And so what he can contribute with this type of offense that is kind of built around what he is got to offer as a table setter. So
shout out to Letch's commissioner, subbed 46-monther. He says, Kyle actively going through the Kubler-Ross stages of grief since the season began. Denial and anger done. Bargaining almost finished. Depression going to be rough when the next losing streak hits.
Hey, man. Listen.
This is a happy day. This is a joy-dealing day. This is not a sad day. I got Alan in chat saying we really haven't seen enough of Cass to see if he can do those things. He's played like 11 minutes. Well, maybe we should play him more to find out is all we're saying.
I want to see him play. I do.
Said Fronteco needs to go back to Carrabba. Does Carrabba still exist? Bro, I saw a macaroni grill in the O'Hare airport, and I was like, I didn't know these things still existed.
That's an ancient relic. What in the heck?
That's what I thought, dude. I was like, Romano's macaroni grill, bro, at the O'Hare airport. If you're in Miami, you knew that there was one off Kendall Drive in the Turnpike, and it ain't there. No, it ain't. Now it's a fucking Chick-fil-A.
Of course it is.
Homophobic chicken. That was the first Chick-fil-A we had in the area. I have still never been.
Listen, man. There's Chick-fil-A everywhere you don't expect for it to be.
Shout out to Poldergostum, gifted a tier 1 sub to CalAU. Let's go, chat. We're joy dealing, baby. Hey, happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Are there any other holidays this season that I'm missing? Happy fucking New Year.
No, I do want to see Cass play some more minutes. But as we are aware, Spo is not going to phone it in, and he's going to play as he believes the Rook is ready. So to me,
Cal says, how do I remove the sub? I can't be part of this. Brother, you don't got a choice. Welcome to the cult, baby. Hell yeah, brother.
Oh man. But yeah, I think seeing him play alongside with Jaime, and some of the other young guys playing with Ware, I do think that there's probably some synergy that they could probably tap into down the season. Davion was also good again tonight, who I think Cass could also pick up some defensive acumen things, positioning.
Just lock him in a gym and just have him teach him.
Yeah, just throw him, Drew Smith, and Davion in the gym. And
okay, Bam too.
Yeah, I think you get him being tried by fire with those guys makes him an insanely defensive prospect. So I would like that. I would love for Spo to just say, you know what, you spend the day with these guys. Hang it up. We'll work on something.
Hang it up. Obviously, it's just 7 minutes in, but I think it's important that Cass plays and that we kind of follow that, because hopefully he plays more. I mean, listen, there's a back-to-back tonight. They play Boston tomorrow. There's going to be a need for bodies as the season progresses. Tyler is going to be fighting knick-knack injuries. Norm is still nursing the groin. He was kind of a late addition today. Hawkes, I want to get to Hawkes really quick because we do got to talk about Bam. Because I saw somebody in chat earlier say this is a top 5 worst Bam game, and I do think it deserves conversation. But and we touched on Mitchell a bit, and Norm. There's not much else to say about him other than he just keeps hooping, man. He just keeps doing what he's doing. Yeah. To note on Norm again, another a 3 for 5 from 3 kind of brought the shooting back. He's been struggling from deep lately, but yeah. Hawkes, 19 big ones, 9 for 13 from the field. Hit a 3, which is good. Kyle, they need him when he's firing on all cylinders. They really excel. He unlocks kind of a pace to them. He gives them some offensive relief because he can break down a defense, because he can kind of finish a broken play. He helps that bench unit become one of their biggest assets. They need him.
Yeah, I think that they do. The pace has been different over the last few games. Even before the losing streak, it has shifted a little bit. They are running some more set plays, kind of to their credit. Oh God. See,
That says I clutched my pearls when Hyman made a 3. D Johnson.
I'll tell you what. Again, Lou is not here, but I'm going to speak. I'm speaking if Lou was here. He just doesn't look comfortable taking it. When he takes it and it goes in, I'm like, okay, I'll take that. I'm not gonna snark at points, but realistically, he isn't the best jump shooter. In fact, I clutched.
He's a bad jump shooter. Let's be honest.
When he hit the mid range jumper from 15 feet out, I was like, oh, is that a wrinkle? Is that a little new?
What do we have here?
So now I'm not saying he's going to be out here DeMar DeRozan, but I do believe it would be nice if he doesn't have to post up off glass every time, post up, spin to the the right or left side of the rim and have to do that. If he can, just play with pace. I saw somebody say he's a turnover machine. Oh. Yo, gee, look at the
Let's just says we know Kyle lost faith in the season when he replaced some of his Heat background decor with the 30 logos on some I just love ball shit. I gotta lie. I kind of had the same thought. I kind of felt like, what's going on here?
Listen, well, as you can see, they're right above me.
Yeah, but they're next to the Hornets.
That my head typically blocks. But yeah, I mean, I do have NBA on League Pass. Correct.
Bro, League Pass is, hold on. Not to derail. League Pass, one of the most dog shit products I've ever had the misfortune of using.
And I love basketball. Like I watch the games.
Kyle, highlight enjoyer Scarlett. But Kyle, you doesn't know Kyle's last name, so he just goes Kyle, quotes, highlight enjoyer.
Listen, man. When you guys are sleeping, I'm watching Utah play basketball. That's how much I love.
That's crazy. They were up on the Lakers earlier.
So, I mean, I do have League Pass. I do think that it is terrible product production from them. I don't understand why it's such a dog show when it comes to like the way the app has potential and it's been having potential for the last 10 years. That's
how's baseball mog you in technology?
I don't understand.
It's sad. It was baseball.
And blackout markets is kind of a scam to me. I do understand giving local, but I'm not understanding why there isn't a deal.
We don't have to defend Big TV.
I don't understand why there's not a deal with
we don't got to defend Big Comcast or Big Direct TV or whatever.
Yeah, I don't get why there isn't a deal to just have local play through like League Pass. Like that makes no sense.
I feel like if you buy the League Pass, like if you shill, they should make it that if you own like the whole League Pass, you can watch the whole League Pass without blackout. But like, right. Okay, if you buy one team, then I understand. If you
right, and I get that, but
even then, capitalism's stupid.
I mean, they're making hand over fist easily. The League Pass is for anybody who doesn't know, and is using other means. League Pass is $159 for the year. It's not that big a deal for me to spend that just because I do watch.
I have a question for people that watch sports on illegal streams. Are you just like watching sports on your computer? What's going on? I can never do that. If I'm watching I hate watching sports on my phone, on a tablet, on a computer. It makes it feel like I'm watching like a replay of. It just feels bad. I don't know. I couldn't do it. It takes all the love out of sports for me. I need it on a fucking television.
I mean, somebody just mentioned Google. So some of those casting things, you can access some of that stuff.
My girlfriend has a fucking Fire Stick. That thing sucks. I hate that thing.
Hey man, I'm not going either way
The
on
Fire
that.
TV. I was like, I fucking hate this, dude. I hate this. This is utter woke nonsense. I hate this. Get me out of here. Just get me fucking out of here, dude. I can't
I
stand
mean,
it.
look, the way the world is going, we're going back to basically cable anyway. So there goes that.
I mean, we're there. I mean, we're there, bro. You know what I got to do to watch my fucking soccer team? I have to have cable because then they play on USA. I got to have cable for the USA games. Then I need to have Peacock to watch the Premier League. Then I need to have fucking ESPN Plus to watch the FA Cup. Then I got to have fucking Paramount Plus to watch the Carabao Cup and the Champions League. It's fucking crazy.
Anyway, they're pulling. I mean, and this is really a part of the conversation. I guess we've kind of tailed off, but when Adam Silver said we're just making it accessible for everybody by putting it on several different things to be streamed through,
Adam Silver can go to hell. By the way, Adam Silver, when I don't know who asked him like what was going on with the Heat and the Terry Rozier situation. He's like
Tim Reynolds. It was Tim Reynolds.
I fucking hate that guy. If Adam Silver essentially said, guys, I don't know. To like, what? How are you the commissioner of the NBA? You are in charge. You're fucking the guy who makes the rules.
I mean, G, I'm not gonna lie to you. Frankie would absolutely be calling me out on this if he was here. Shout out to him. Congratulations.
By the way, I have the quote, but I want to read the full quote because it is fat ass Tim Reynolds asking the question. Adam Silver said, I am incredibly sympathetic to the Heat and their fans. We're going to try to work this out with them. There's no obvious solution here. There's no doubt at the moment that they have a player that can't provide services for them. The draft pick they conveyed, obviously, he hasn't been convicted of anything either. This is an unfortunate circumstance. We'll be looking into this with the Heat and all other teams to see if there's any satisfactory relief. Then goes on to say it's unprecedented.
What I heard was BS, whole bunch of BS. I'm making it up as I go. That's what I heard. He's politicking. I don't politic me. Tell me what you're going to do for my team. What do you mean he hasn't been? The fact that he was on this team point shaving means he was doing something to my team, which means it was a detriment to my every minute he was on the floor was a detriment to the Miami Heat. The fact that he's not even on the roster right now, and he's a detriment to the Miami Heat. How is it possible for you to not be taking up a roster space with your contract and still being a detriment to the team, and you're not even shooting the basketball anymore, which he was terrible at for an entire year. We watched him pass to Casper the Ghost in the Cleveland game, and we didn't think he was shaving points. Who was he passing? Anyway, that's old news.
I agree with you. I think that he was involved in nefarious criminal activity that game. We all know the game that Kyle's talking about. We all know the kind of doctor.
Highsmith is looking like, who is this man passing to? What the heck?
Poor Haywood, bro.
Oh my God. No. It's not unprecedented. It's actually very precedented. How about you figure it out? And
was Haywood hurt today, by the way? What happened with Haywood?
Oh, he just was injured. I think it's like an ankle or a hand injury. I can't remember.
I gotta ask the League Pass guy because I didn't know that. I don't know anything that's going on with the Brooklyn Nets other than when Michael Porter Jr. makes a podcast appearance.
Well, I mean, aside from the fact that Brooklyn is going to be top 5 in lottery again, but yeah, he's injured. He's going to be out.
Don't say that. The new lottery odds has a way of punishing folks.
Well, I mean, they have Michael Porter Jr., so that'd be punishment enough.
Atlanta's gonna win her some shit. Watch, or Utah. Well, Utah needs to. So, like, Utah there's something where if Utah's not bad, Oklahoma City gets their pick or something. Yeah,
OKC is trying to get rid of picks. And somebody asked this. I can't remember who put it on Twitter. They asked, when does the league just stop helping the Thunder get out of their problems? Like, who does it? Who decides we're not trading with you to get off of? We're not trading with you to get off of players. You need to waive people. You waive talent. We're not trading.
I hate that. Not that this is about this. I know I'm supposed to be joy dealer today. I fucking hate watching that team. I fucking hate them. By the way, Alex Caruso, can I introduce you to a fucking razor? I swear to God, why do you have so much fucking neck beard? I shave my neck every fucking day because I'm an adult. I fucking shave. I trim every 2 weeks. I fucking shave. Why are you? What the fuck, Alex Caruso?
I mean,
it's disgusting.
His hair left his head and went to his face.
It looks gross, bro. It looks like he has pubic hair all over the side of his face. I don't like looking at him. I don't like watching Shea. I'm sorry. Shea's a wonderful basketball player. I don't like watching him. I think I'm not going to call that guy J-Dub. That fucking Jalen Williams, I don't like his face. He looks like, you know what he looks like? He looks like he's lost in the grocery store at all times. I can't stand him. I don't like him. I don't like the other guy with the braids. I think his name is also Jalen Williams.
You don't like either Jalen Williams.
I fucking hate them all, bro. I hate Chet. I don't like Chet. I don't like him. Chet for sure says the N-word in private. 100%. No doubt about it. I know them when I see it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hartenstein gave him the pass.
Which is crazy. That's another day's conversation.
God, somebody's genes didn't fight.
His dad's black.
I don't like watching them. I think that they're an affront to basketball. I hope Denver kicks their ass. I'd even root for the fucking Lakers. That's how much I don't like them.
You know, the problem is, they're very talented at the end of the day. And I do think that they're very much likely gonna win 70 games this year. It would be shocking to me if they only win 65.
I swear to God, I'm that fucking scene of that guy in Spider-Man 3 at the church praying for the death of I'm praying for fucking 15 losses or some shit. Eddie Brock at the fucking church praying for the death of Spider-Man.
Man,
was he praying for Peter's death or Spider-Man's death?
Listen, he was paying for both. He was praying for both. They aren't losing very many games, and especially when your MVP has not played more than 2 fourth quarters in the entire season so far. They just do have talent, which goes back to my point. They have too many draft picks. They own the Clippers, they have their own, and they have one other, I think it's Utah's. They have so much on their roster. They're going to have to let guys go who are talented, by the way. They do have talent all the way down to like 15. And those guys aren't even playing except for garbage minutes because the Thunder do blow out teams. I mean, I watched one of their games. They were up 85 to 58 in the third quarter. They don't lose a lot. So they're going to
So I'm going to pull up. Please, Lord. 15 losses. just like giving a pity loss to like Charlotte or something. I don't know.
Man, listen. They're impressive. They run and you might absolutely like this direction. They do get away with certain defense that I don't think other teams get away with.
It's absolutely insane. They do what Terrence Mann does, but like all game.
Oh my God. Terrence Mann was
what the fuck was Terrence Mann doing? What the fuck was that? It was like when you're kids and you're like roughhousing in the pool and like that one friend is a little too rough and tries to drown you in the water as a joke. That's what it fucking looked like. He's grabbing Ware's neck and like, what the fuck, bro?
Prior to that, there's a rebound Ware is trying to grab, and Man is got his hands on his jersey and is shoving him out of bounds. And he reads on the call like, that's not a foul. I'm like, bro, when your color commentator is asking where the foul is for a play that's going the other direction, there might be a foul there. Like, he was going crazy. I was like, Terrence Mann, something in what you had today? What did you eat? Did you hit something? Did you toke something? What kind of energy? What kind of crazy rat infested Brooklyn energy are you on? Why are you attacking people? I'm like, good grief. I don't know what was, and then he looked like he didn't
He's
do
mad
anything.
that his roommate's a fucking possum. This is a problem.
Sewer
Because he
puppy.
probably lives in a fucking 1-1 studio. Because even if you're a millionaire, that's what you can get in fucking gentrified Brooklyn.
So bright side. Oh God.
I can't stand him. I love Brooklyn.
Leche said Terrence. He's talking about where is Hassan Brightside. I had never heard that before.
Mr. Brightside, baby. Listen, Terrence Mann was on one today. I expect a thorough Eric Reed roast the next time they play.
Dude.
Kyle, let's talk a little bit about Bam and get out of here. A rough outing. Listen, what did he have? 17 rebounds? Let me double check.
17 rebounds.
I had to look because I was like, God damn, word.
8 points, 17 rebounds.
4 for 13 from the field, 0 of 2 for 3, 5 fouls, 3 turnovers. What's going on there, big dog?
On one hand, he wasn't no flow. He had no flow to his game tonight at all. No rhythm. However, I guess the game was kind of summed up where he went down, got hacked. They didn't call anything. He went down on defense. Small bump. They called the foul. And I don't see Bam cuss out refs that often, but he was in their stripes a bit. Like, I don't know. He didn't have. Now, granted, he did what helped win the game. I am for one. I'm for one the kind of person that if a guy's not going to give me 20, or they're going to be 10 or 15, if they can give me any of those amounts on the boards, I'm not mad. He gets paid for defense. Y'all want him to be Joel Embiid? I don't. I'd like for him to play ethical defense and not flop. 4 for 13 means, you know what? I don't think I should be taking any more shots. Let me rebound the ball. Which I'm glad I have a player who has the cerebral aptitude to know I don't have it tonight, but I'm going to grab boards, though, and play defense. So the offense doesn't bother me so much if he's going to give me what he gives me defensively. He didn't play the rest of the game because they have Boston tomorrow. That's the point. And then to the point of playing your young guys, you have a backup big who's 7 feet. You put him out there. You're playing with the other guys. You give Bam a night where he can just chill out. I think it's intriguing that they can win a game where Bam does not have to play the entire rest of the fourth quarter. Has 5 fouls, has trouble, and they are not losing to a team that they shouldn't be losing to. So that's where it is. I'm looking at the positive on this. I do think he should have been more aggressive offensively. However, I just think tonight was a frustrating night for him overall, and he really didn't have the rhythm that you would anticipate him having. So I wasn't mad at it. He gave me what I wanted, which is 17 rebounds, and he played his natural level of defense, which is what you want. I think that last foul he picked up, though, G, was just frustration. I don't see him shove guys. I don't see him full shove guys often. And Claxton's not a small guy, and he basically launched him. So I think from there, he just kind of chilled out. But I think he did enough to get them the W on the boards.
He had some nice. I kind of liked him and Ware together. I thought they got off to a pretty good start. Yeah, that lineup I think is something to watch. They had a really nice high-low play in that first half, I believe it was. That was really kind of like impactful. Like it just kind of makes you open your eyes a bit and like, do we have something there tonight? Is this something going forward? And I think I'm curious to see if both those guys start together against Boston tomorrow. That's a big game. Boston playing really good, and Boston has every excuse in the world to be bad this year. And those guys, we make fun of Missoula a lot, but I mean, they're playing. Boston's 4 in the East right now. They're a game back of third. They are 4 games back of second. The Knicks have kind of separated themselves. They're 2 games back of the 1 seed from Detroit. So Miami also plays New York on Sunday. So that's a really big game. That's a really big game for Miami kind of coming up. You got Friday against Boston, and then you have New York, 6 p.m. on Sunday. So it's a bit of a rivalry weekend before Christmas. And kind of time, listen, you win in Boston right now with how Boston's playing, that's the best road win they'll have. And then they have New York in the Garden on Sunday. You can really right some wrongs by kind of winning some of these games on this road trip. I think it's going to be really important. I think they're due. I think that they need to show us a little something. I'm kind of out on this team. This win against Brooklyn doesn't do anything for me. Let's talk on Sunday, 1 game at a time. That game against Boston is going to be big on Friday. Obviously, we at Miami Heat Beat got you covered on our little Friday night game, 7 p.m. tip, so a little bit early. Grab a drink, grab some eggnog, grab some coquito. Who does coquito in chat? All you South Florida people. Who's doing coquito this year? Do you do, Kyle?
My nana is making it, so I'm definitely doing that.
Yeah, we're gonna make some. Hopefully tomorrow or Saturday. We're gonna be making some. I love it. It's one of my favorite Christmas things.
Have you had Colombian conquito? It's not conquito in Colombian, but it's
like, is that a thing? I don't think it's a thing.
Yeah, they have their own thing, and it's thick as hell. I'm like, well, my goodness.
Do we? I'm Colombian. I don't know about this.
There's a restaurant that gave me some. They were like, oh, this is the equivalent of it was like really almost puddingy, but you could drink it.
Chat's saying ponche crema, but ponche crema is Venezuelan.
Is it I might be Venezuelan then.
Yeah, so chat's saying Cartagena saying ponche crema, but ponche crema is from Venezuela.
Cremas, yeah.
Colombia, I don't. I'm not.
You don't have an equivalent?
I don't. If we ever did, I've never seen it or heard of it. I think my family does. We're from the coast too, so that's where the fucking coconuts are.
Right.
We do arroz con coco, which I love it.
That's so good.
That on Christmas and a little coquito for our Puerto Rican brothers and sisters. So we got you tomorrow as we kind of bring you to the holidays. To whatever you celebrate. Love you guys. Chat says no to the blockade. No to war with Venezuela. How about that? How about no war right now?
Agreed.
Yeah, no invasions, please. Please, no invasions. Whatever's going on in DC, and I don't mean the Washington Wizards. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Shout out to Kyle. Thank you so much for rocking with me this week. Are you on tomorrow? I'm sorry if I put you on the spot. I was just trying to.
I don't remember. You
don't remember? Okay, well, you'll find out. Shout out to the YouTube chat. I love you guys. Shout out to Twitch chat. I love bullying you guys for not subbing. It's all love. Thank you, Cal, for today. Thank you, Leches, for subbing. Thank you to Poltergeistum for gifting the sub to Cal and to CM 201 for the super chat on YouTube. Just gotta thank the patrons, man. Listen, I'm aggressive right now because we wanna keep PP going for as long as we can, and it's expensive. It's more expensive than you think to run this thing. So please, help us out in any way you can. By subbing. We're gonna launch a Patreon in January. Little sneak peek. We're gonna provide bonus episodes. We're going to have Alf and Tiff's advice show where Alf and Tiff give life advice for patrons. So this is a lot of exciting offerings coming up. Chat says G sounding like Wikipedia. And Cal says G hustling for Christmas. I respect it. Love you guys. And we'll see you tomorrow for Heat Celtics El Clásico.
Let's go.